Red Derez.
Ducktales, whoa! We are back in action, baby. Ducktales is coming back.
Ducktales coming back to Disney XD. I'm very excited for this. So to celebrate this, we're playing Ducktales.
The remaster.
The remastering.
This is Red Dress Soapbox for the ages. This is talking about all things 90s as we are coming back. You know, with crispy M&Ms, Surge, French Toast Crunch.
I love that French Toast Crunch. I go through a box like every week.
Well, right, so let me tell you. Again, as we told us in some of our other Red Derezes, me and Red Giant work in the same job at the same job, and I was like, yo, we gotta get this in. We gotta get French Toast Crunch, man. And I hounded him for like 2 weeks when they first.
It really was 2 weeks, and it was like, when are we gonna get it? When are we gonna get it? And then I just happened to walk the cereal aisle one day. I was like, oh, just doing whatever, and I saw it. They fucking had it.
Yeah, the great part is I was down in the Poconos, and I had gotten it at the shop right down there, and I was like, oh man, our store doesn't have it. And I came back and it was on the shelves. I was like, mother. But it's selling. Yo, we haven't had it in stock for a while now. It's been selling out like crazy.
Yeah. That's why I always try and get it from the back, So, let's talk about DuckTales a little bit. So this is actually really cool, the game itself, because they got the original voice actors for all the characters, even the voice for Scrooge McDuck, who is apparently in his mid-90s, and he's still doing the voice acting.
Yeah, I think he's like OG. Like I think it's Alan Young, and he's just been doing it for forever, man. One of the Mickey Mouse shorts that they do online, which are really good, by the way. He just guest starred in it as Scrooge McDuck, so he's still flapping his beak, just doing it.
That's very impressive. Like, I gotta give mad props to him for still doing it at his age. Like, it's insane. Then again, Stan Lee still does what he does at his age, so it's like you can keep going to the day you die, really. And
that's what Wolverine just announced he wants to do. He wants to be Wolverine till death. Maybe even after that, for all we know.
Yeah. Well, that'll be good, because then we can possibly get an Old Man Logan storyline, which I would love to see.
I think they definitely do it if he's going to get to the point age-wise where it would make sense to do.
Yeah.
But back on the DuckTales news, you want to take away just exactly what the actual news is, what the announcement was, where it was at?
Yeah, so basically, what it is announced for 2017, if I'm correct.
Yes.
That they're going to be making a new DuckTales, basically an original, or based off the original comic line, which is, which made the original cartoon in the 90s, which I love the cartoon in the 90s. Little fun fact, I remember one of my earliest memories, I actually remember watching the DuckTales with a Furby. That's something I just sticks out in my mind. I had a Furby, and I was getting to the point with it where I was getting fed up with it. So I just threw it in the corner, and I remember DuckTales being on at some point, and oh man, I just love the show. It has a place in my heart. It really does. It's my childhood.
By the way, the channel, I believe, it's gonna be the Disney XD channel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because Disney in the recent years, Disney has created two channels, basically, one for girls, one for boys. And the worst part is in the wake of the boys one, they got rid of Toon Disney, which is where all the awesome school afternoon Disney shows used to be.
Huh? That is weird.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Boy Disney and girl Disney. It's like, what makes them gender defined in the first place?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's this. I know because when I was reading when they first, did this whole shift, the regular Disney Channel was just getting way more girls with their scripted, cutesy shows or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, but I need Toon Disney in my life. I mean, DuckTales, Tailspin, Rescue Rangers. I mean, they had a Goof Troop. They had such great intros and just such great shows to begin with.
Yeah, Disney's they did have some really good shows, but I don't know. I still watch Disney XD from time to time just because of all the Marvel stuff that's on there. But which I'm excited for the Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon show. I mean, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that looks good. Definitely looks good. Well, yeah, that's what Disney XD has become in the last year or so. it's become there are two other properties that they just purchased. It's become a Marvel's channel and the Star Wars channel after they
Star
got
Wars as well.
Clone Wars back or off there. Rather.
Rebel is Rebel something, right?
Yeah, they got rid of Clone Wars and then they started Rebels, and I think Rebels is actually like the first thing that has to do with the new continuity that they've established, which is just the first 6 movies in that show, basically.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Because like none of the expanded universe actually counts. Like none of the movies, none of the video games, nothing like that. Still.
Yeah, that's all done. It's all gone, and now they're concentrating on what they are creating. I think the comic books, obviously, I think are going to be considered canon too.
Oh yeah.
But what's funny is Disney bought Marvel, but they're using I think Boom Studios. They're still using them for their children's line. So they have Boom Studio has just started releasing re-releases of the old Ducktales, re-releases of the old Donald Duck.
Oh, that's cool.
So it looks like Disney's really starting to ride the nostalgia train, which I'm totally happy with.
Well, yeah, I mean, who isn't happy for nostalgia? Nostalgia is like, it's a powerful drug, really. It's what makes episodes 4, 5, and 6 so great in the first place for Star Wars.
Yeah, correct. But nostalgia, now that being said, it can be a really sticky situation, and sometimes when you take those rose-tinted glasses off, you realize that it was not as good as you thought it was.
I believe that for a lot of things were like that, but like the majority of things we do remember, I do remember DuckTales being good. Like I played this game, and this just feels like an extension of the show itself. It basically feels like a lost episode, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I thought that it's good for kids, and like it's got. I don't know. I think it'll be enjoyable for all ages. I really do, because that's the thing. They got to make it for the kids, and they got to make the parents who grew up with this want to watch it with their kids. Yeah. Because the kids who grew up with this are now parents themselves. So.
Going back on what you said, my brother, which I mentioned before, is younger than me, and he's I was raised on 80s stuff, and I lived through 90s stuff, so I'm very actually well versed in nostalgia. But he was born into the 2000s, and he didn't experience that stuff, so he lives vicariously through me, and he's gone ahead and gotten like all the retro junk. Like he gets for his birthday, for every holiday he gets retro junk. So he got DuckTales season 1 through 3. And we've rewatched it like in the last year, in the last few months, and we got this game, and he got the original one for the NES, or the NES rather. So I
never played the original one for the NES, but we got to play that at some point.
Yeah, we definitely will. Maybe when the first episode comes out, or the first sneak peek. But I can confirm that DuckTales is one of the things that it has aged gracefully, and it is as good as you remember.
Really? Well, that's good. That's good to know, because that means that if it's as good as we remember. Because a lot of the stuff isn't like the Mario cartoon show and the
Hey, Mario, we gotta do live action segments for no reason.
And the Sonic cartoon show, Sonic Says.
Which this wasn't good to begin with, but the Zelda show. Excuse me, princess.
Excuse me, princess. But no, but I feel like Disney's always been on point.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, this is kind of, like I said before. I was a huge Disney Afternoon junkie. Tailspin, Tailspin, and then Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale, yeah.
Darkwing Duck, who both use Launchpad.
Oh yeah, they do. Launchpad McQuack, right?
I love how he's in both. Like he's just like rolling. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna be in both. I'm just gonna do it like that.
That's awesome. That's really
back on the news stuff. Back to the news. Didn't it say that it's confirmed that all of the old characters are back?
Yes, it's basically just going to be the same show. It's not going to be. Is it continuation or is it like a reboot, but with like all the same characters?
I don't think it's confirmed. You're probably right. It probably would be nice. I was just gonna say nice bouncing.
And then I just get hit.
Yeah, but you don't know. I mean, you're precise, man. I appreciate that. But
it's hard, man. It's hard.
I really think it's probably gonna go, not necessarily reboot route, but it's just gonna start off with more adventures, so it won't really necessarily continue on. Yeah,
that's the best way to do it, I think.
But have you watched other Disney shows?
You
personally?
I remember DuckTales very vividly. I don't remember watching much else, because I don't think I actually got the Disney Channel when I was growing up. I just remember watching DuckTales occasionally at my other grandparents' house.
Same. I watched my grandparents had it. So like I would come home and they would put like Sonic when I get out of class. Sonic, because they used to have Sonic on there. They had the old, Sonic.
Yeah, they
on
did
there.
have the whole Sonic on there.
Yeah, so I used to love. Oh man. And some other cool cartoons were Timon and Pumbaa, Hercules.
Oh yeah. I love the Hercules.
Yeah,
I love the
that was
Hercules movie.
good.
I think that's one of the most underrated Disney movies. Like people don't talk about it that much, but like it's personally one of my favorites. Well, then again, it's one of the few Disneys that I saw on ice, which Disney on Ice is fucking amazing. If you ever get the chance to go see that.
Yeah, I saw a couple Disney on Ices. I thought just occurred to me, where exactly do you think? I know you said it should be all ages, but is there anyone in particular this show should be geared towards? Because recently, certain shows like Sonic Boom, they made it for I don't know what, for young kids, and then they put it at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then they got. I'm like, what do you want this to fail? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, if it's on at 7 o'clock in the morning and it's for young kids, what's the wait? Is that on like during the week, right?
Weekend. It's on like a Saturday at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like,
well, that's the thing that it's kind of tricky because Saturday mornings was always like I would get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and just watch cartoons like the entire day.
Yep. But that's back then. That's no longer. Kids don't do that anymore because there's no reason to.
I honestly wouldn't know. I don't have kids myself, so I don't know what time.
Oh, well, me neither. But I'm a giant kid, so I can't confirm that there's no more.
Well, it could be. It just maybe like you like to sleep in, No,
I
listen,
personally
like to sleep
I
in.
can confirm. I mean, it was officially announced like a week ago, or not a week ago. I think a couple months ago that Saturday morning cartoons actually are officially done. Like the last Saturday morning cartoons that were up have been replaced with like education TV.
That's sad. It's like, 'cause I remember like Batman the Animated Series was one, which, oh man, we'll get on that in a bit.
Now, this isn't the only cartoon that's coming back either. Powerpuff Girls has been confirmed.
Oh, I heard about that.
To be coming back to Cartoon Network. So, again, it seems like all cartoon companies are starting to look at their back catalog and realizing what are actual gems, and they're trying to.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like a lot of the kids who watch those old cartoons in the '90s, like. They didn't have kids themselves, so they're trying to fit something that the kids will watch, and that the adults will watch too. So.
Oof, that was close. You almost fell.
Yeah. This is hard, man. This game is not easy. Don't let the cute and cuddliness fool you. It is not easy.
Now I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna need Goof Troop back if they're bringing back.
That'd be awesome. So some of the
hit it.
Oh man. Yeah. The thing about.
Just keep talking. I'll just do it in the background.
No. It's all good. It's good. So basically, this is just a giant lost episode, and I love this so much. If this show is anything like this, which I'm assuming it will be, I think it's going in a perfect direction. It really is.
Yeah. Did this game? It did good, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry.
It did well.
It did well, right? I think
it did well.
Like, really
it did well. Yeah. It sold enough copies.
Yeah. I think if I recall correctly, I think I remember reading an article that's basically said they expected a warm reception, but they got like a great reception. So that for like a small project like this, they got a really good turnout.
Yeah. Well, I think we're coming close to the end here. Any final thoughts you want to talk about?
To give the viewers kind of a guesstimate on what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure this will start an advent of returning shows. I think you're gonna hear here first. I think it's definitely gonna be knocking some skulls, man. People are gonna really enjoy this, and they're gonna grow a new audience.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna find back their old audience as well. So I think it's something to very much look forward to. So yeah. So let's keep an eye out for more comebacks. So.
Oh, dude, you know what I totally forgot to mention before we end this?
Yeah.
This is the moon level, man. This is the greatest soundtrack.
This is the best soundtrack of all time. Why do you think I chose this level?
And why do you and we're gonna go ahead and just let it play out, just so you can hear the beautiful music.
Yeah.
So until next time, Red Derez.